reminiscence. And today I'm going to talk about my favorite Manosphere lingo, alright? I'm not really in the Manosphere type of field as much. It's kind of just force-fed to me, I'm not gonna lie. But when it comes to my experience with the Redpill, Blackpill, and everything, that was all back when I was, in high school and stuff like that. I grew out of it, alright? It's all really down to, growing out of it really just came down to nuance and everything and knowing the discrepancies of everyone around me. So it's like, what the hell? Everyone's kind of a mistake to begin with. Everyone makes mistakes to begin with. Everyone kind of hates himself to begin with. So it's, that's besides the point. You really want to hear about that, okay? All you want to hear about is my top 5, my favorite red pill, black pill, whatever pill, Manosphere lingo. All right. And the first one we're going to talk about is oofy doofy. And if you don't know what an oofy doofy is, an oofy doofy is basically a joke of a man. All right. In black pill terms and red pill terms, an oofy doofy is a shut up man, a goofy, a man with no backbone. Oofy doofy is just like the average human that hasn't Looksmaxxing yet. And that's really weird to me because it just seems like a lot of the people in the black pill sphere has a superiority complex when it comes to these things. And it's not really a bad thing, right? No one wants to be average, all right? And that really just says a lot about like everyone in general. No one wants to be average. The average person is called an oofy doofy. The average person who does average things, gets married at a certain age, gets babies at a certain age, that's called an oofy doofy, all right? Average is the new oofy doofy. Average is the new bad, and bad is the new worse. As I explained before in my other videos, when it comes to how much the ego wants to feed itself to the point where when it throws everything up, it's like all that I've consumed, it's not worth anything. Next one is probably my favorite one. Ladies and gentlemen, I repeated that. I present to you the dog pill. And according to Google, the definition of that is the theory that women would rather sleep with animals. All right, for example, the dog rather than actual human beings. That is crazy. Yo, I'm trying to read this with a straight face. I cannot. All right. Do I even have to explain this? This is all self-explanatory. All right. The fact that there are people in the manosphere that actually believe this, it's actually crazy. It's actually crazy, but I'm not gonna lie, not too far-fetched. And that just goes to show how both men and women try to decenter themselves when it comes to these relationships and stuff like that. It just really comes down to how much we attack ourselves on social media and portray the undergender as basically subhuman beings with no basic emotion. And that goes for men and women. For men, for example, when it comes to women, they're just hypergamous little beastlings that always go for the next option. And when it comes to women, it's just these scary creatures that only want sex. It's really weird. Next up, what do we have? Yes, the frame mog. All right, like the frame mog, bro. I'm gonna start putting that into like my dictionary, my own word dictionary. The frame mog, is defined as basically the science in which someone uses their own body to make someone else feel subhuman. I feel like the essence of that, in a sense, is just very, very, me coded. The essence of that, in of itself, is just very based due to the fact that you're using your own body to assert your dominance onto another peer. I feel like that's just really me coded. You know what I'm saying? It's something I would do. Right, last one, we have piss mocking. All right, and you probably already know about this one due to like, all the blocky scenes you see on Instagram Reels or TikTok or whatever, but let me give you my insight on it, all right? I kind of believe in piss mocking. I sort of believe in piss mocking, all right? I'm saying this with a straight face, by the way. I sort of believe in piss mocking because of the fact that, okay, so I'm pissing, all right? And then there's somebody right next to me that's pissing way more. How much water did you drink? Have I drunk water today? It just makes me feel subconscious about my overall health, all right? If you don't drink water, if you don't drink enough water, are you even mogging in the first place? All right, if you're not piss mogging someone else, are you even mogging in the first place? All right, because if you're not piss mogging, you're not getting as much hydration. You're not getting as much hydration as needed. And if you're not getting as much hydration as needed, are you even mogging? All right, is your face even above sub 5? All right, is your face even above that epsilon of where it's like average and stuff like that? Are you even putting that effort into your body? All right, so I kind of understand the concept of piss mogging. All right, because piss mogging shows the essence of how much someone puts time into their body. All right, whereas I'm not doing that much. I should be doing more. I should be pissing more. All right, but yeah, but that's the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All right, I gotta think about this. I gotta really do some self-reflection.